This is it. Honestly, this whole decade of Marvel movies has really, really done its thing. I mean, I don't know how else you could even top it. I mean, I'm gonna make this spoiler free. Um, so, Avengers Endgame, 22nd movie in the MCU, epic conclusion in every single way possible. I mean, th- I've seen it twice now, and yet I'm still sort of forming it. The first time I saw it, I was just so overwhelmed. Like, I was just like, like this the whole time. And then the second time is just, it's emotional, man. I mean, Jesus. What a day, what a decade, honestly. Here's a bit of a fact. I met Stan Lee about 7 years ago, around about the first Avengers movie when it came out, just before it, I think. Um, I don't want to act like and be the kind of guy who's like, haha, but I'm so glad to have met him before he passed away, and I honor him so much. And thank you, Kevin Feige, for making this possible. The Russo brothers, who continued the journey from what Joss Whedon started. The Russo brothers, man, you really know what you're doing. You honestly just made something incredible. Infinity War, Endgame, you know, it's just incredible. To me, I see Endgame and Infinity War as one movie that completes everything. Apparently, Spider-Man Far From Home is going to be the final movie in Phase 3, but really it should be the beginning of Phase 4. But, I mean, as long as it's a good film and it's enjoyable, that's fine. But I don't know what to say that I can just make it so unspoiler-like. I guess I can say that every actor in this movie just does such an amazing job. I mean, in my opinion, this is the height of their acting abilities in terms of where they are in this franchise, especially the two main actors, Robert Downey Jr. and Chris Evans, who at first I could, like with Chris Evans, I could never see him as Cap. But now I respect the guy so much. It's just hard to even think that he was playing another Marvel character, but that wasn't my problem. My problem was that I thought he was too funny, he didn't feel like a 1940s kind of guy, but proved me wrong in many ways. He proved me wrong from the start, but at this point, you know, he just he made it worthwhile, man. He he brought the character to life and made him better. Because I've never been a fan of Captain America, but Chris Evans made me love that guy, man. Love that guy. And the thing is, from the very beginning, when Iron Man started, I didn't understand. No, I wouldn't know how you could make an Avengers movie work. From the very beginning, I thought, okay, this might suck, because the year before Iron Man, we had Spider-Man 3, and we know how that went. I mean, you love it or hate it, I didn't really enjoy it. I was disappointed. I have never been so hyped for a movie in such a long... in ever, if I'm being honest, in ever. Avengers Endgame was worth the hype, and I'm so relieved that I don't have to be so hyped for it anymore. As much as I will never have a hype like this probably ever again or for a very long time, it was still worth it. And to have it in my 20s is even better. So I don't know what to say. Like, I generally think that this film, the pacing just takes its time so well, and it does it in such a way that it concludes the story. It concludes everything of what you've seen so far. It's not just throwing money at you, although the next couple of films, they're going to probably try and do their own thing, and it might go that way, but that doesn't matter, because Endgame is the perfect way to actually finish what started with Iron Man and now here. Well, technically with the first Avenger, Captain America. But now we can actually finish with something really unique. I mean, I hope this is going to be quite lousy. I hope it isn't, but it's just, there's really not much for me to say without spoiling it, because everything that I could say could basically spoil it. I mean, what I will say is that you will, if you are expecting a huge epic conclusion like I did, you're going to get it. There's emotional moments, there's funny moments, obviously, and there is huge satisfactory, like such huge satisfactory, you know, when a spoiler happened, basically, it makes you roar. Like, I hope that doesn't give anything away, but basically, yeah. I mean, it's to do with something that you either called for or you didn't expect in some way. And that's what I love, is that when you find out things like, oh, my theory is this, quite a lot of those theories can actually come through. I'm not saying they do in this film, but at the same time, when you're pleased about it, when you see something that you don't expect, it actually makes a huge impact. And wow. It feels like Christmas and New Year combined. I'm not looking forward to that this year. It's already happened. Honestly, I thought Infinity War was so amazing, and Endgame is also unbelievable. It's just crazy. Damn. Now what? Oh, obviously there's other things to do in life, but I mean that's just how it feels anyway, but you know, there's other things to enjoy, not just movies. So, Avengers Endgame, out of 10, perfection out of 10. Yes, that is what I give it, perfection out of 10. Once again, Josh Brolin is amazing as Thanos. In the first film, he pretty much made Infinity War. I mean, it's unbelievable. I'm just rambling on at the moment, but Jesus. You know, guys, I've not done a video like this for so long, but I'd rather make a video where it's not so structured, but just in a way kind of speaks from my inner fandom, my inner childhood, my inner, you know, I never thought things like this was even possible. But yeah, man, I mean, if you are going to see this film and you've not seen it yet, first of all, what are you doing? Second, avoid spoilers as much as possible. Stay away from the internet. Stay away from any review, even titles saying, you know, how good it is. Stay away from this video if you need to. Seriously, I mean, it's going to be tough, and it was tough for me. I mean, just half an hour before I even went into the cinema, and when I got the tickets, there were people talking about it. People like really overhyped. People saying things like, "Oh, that scene," and things like that. I mean, that's when I decided, let's go somewhere else before we actually get spoiled with anything. Do not spoil Endgame. Please don't. If you don't want something being spoiled for you, you have to treat the respect the same way to other people who've not seen it yet, okay? That is an order, not just from me, but from the people who made this film, okay? Anthony and Joe Russo. That is your duty. That's what Cap would do. That's what the Avengers would do. Unless you're Star-Lord or something. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, really enjoyed this film. Honestly, it is perfection out of 10 for me. There's not enough words for me to describe how amazing this film is, how great the conclusion was. Excelsior.